Good morning, students. Chapter 3 Political Science of book Constitution at Work, that is Election and Representative. Today we discuss about topic 2, that is election in non-democratic countries. Already we have discussed in topic 1, that is election and democracy. There were two questions regarding the election and democracy. Question 1 was, can we have democracy without holding elections? Second, can we hold elections without having democracy? The question 1 was discussed by us in last video. Today we discuss about the second question. The second question is, can we hold elections without having democracy? क्या ये पॉसिबल है कि जो कंट्रीज डेमोक्रेसी नहीं है उसके बावजूद वहाँ इलेक्शंस होते हो? इज इट पॉसिबल दैट नॉन डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री ऑल्सो होल्ड द इलेक्शंस? इट रिमाइंड अस दैट ऑल इलेक्शंस आर नो डेमोक्रेसी. It is not compulsory that if in any country elections are held, then it is not a guarantee that those countries will be democratic. In the world, there is a large number of non-democratic countries that hold elections, like China, Pakistan, Zimbabwe, and many other countries are there. In fact, non-democratic rulers are very keen to present themselves as democratic. Mainly, non-democratic countries pretend themselves as a democratic country. They present in the world, they are very keen to present themselves. They showed like that they are a democratic country like China. We consider China as a non-democratic country, but China always present itself as a democratic country. And to prove, to present as a democratic country, elections are held regularly in China. But elections are not free and fair. Elections in such countries, in non-democratic countries, elections are take place in this form, that in such a way that it does not threaten the non-democratic rulers. There is no chance of ruling parties in elections. There is no chance of losing of the dictator in the election. The constitution of how can distinguish between the democratic or non-democratic elections? How can we say that these elections are democratic and those elections are non-democratic? So we will distinguish between democratic or non-democratic elections. To distinguish, we need the elections. We need the constitution. The constitution comes in when we want to differentiate between the democratic and non-democratic elections. The constitution of a democratic country lay down some basic rules about the elections. In the democratic countries, in the constitution, basic rules related to the elections are specified, and details are usually left to be worked out by the law passed by the legislature. The basic rules are usually about, first, who is eligible to vote. Like in India presently, every person who is a citizen of India, whose age is 18 years or above, is eligible to vote. There is a principle of universal franchise followed in our country. There is a no discrimination on the basis of caste, religion, gender, economic situation, etc. It is clearly specified in our constitution. There is a political equality in our country. The second question, who is eligible to contest? Who can contest election in our country? Some conditions are clearly specified in the constitution. To contest elections, the person must be citizen of India. There is no serious criminal case must be pending against him. Any other conditions also. So these things are clearly mentioned in the Indian Constitution. Third question is, who is to supervise the elections? Like in India, it is mentioned that there will be independent election body that is known as Election Commission of India, and the duty assigned to Election Commission of India to supervise the elections, and the Election Commission is independent. How do the voters choose their representative, and which method will be used in the country to choose their representative? Like in India, FPTP system is followed. So how the representative will be elected? All these things are clearly mentioned in the constitution. How are the votes to be counted? Then after the election, how the vote will be counted, and how the representative will be elected. Like in our country, EVMs are used to cast the vote and counting the votes. And like most democratic constitutions, the Constitution of India answer all these questions. These five all questions are clearly mentioned in our Indian Constitution. All these questions are answered in our Constitution. First three questions that we discuss are related to the elections. That all these questions are ensure that elections are free and fair, and it is the first condition to a democratic country. Last two questions, how do the voters choose their representative, and how are the votes to be counted and representative elected? These two questions are about to ensure the fair representation. These questions are necessary to ensure a democratic elections. If elections are free and fair, if there is a fair representation, all these five questions are answered in the Constitution, then we can say that elections are democratic. Otherwise, we will say that elections are not democratic. So there is a close contact between the election and democracy. And if elections are held in any country, then it is not a guarantee that country will be democratic, because there are some non-democratic country also where elections are take place. That's all for today.